I wish to introduce to you the team here in front. You all know that on Tuesday, the incoming Lord Mayor, Joseph Mayanja Chameleon, appointed Mr. Samuel Walter Lubega as our chairman, campaign task force. Seated next to him is Councillor Evelyn Nachiriowa. She's one of the most powerful councillors. She's from Ndeba. You saw her when she was defending the church that finally went down. Mr. Harun Ankubi is one of our youth leaders, coordinator of institutions. Councillor Nuliat is from Najana Nkumbi. My sister Nansubuga Margaret, she's our model here, and a councillor to be for Kasui. Then Mchala Nagadia, commander from Nankulabi, she commands our ground troops.
People power. Power.
Then doctor here is going to be, he's one of our coordinators for the emergency duties. That one the Lord Mayor will talk about. Then we have a powerful team from behind. Salongo Sechide, you all know from Ndeba. Then my young brother Bukenya. Then Mr. Nakulabi. Mr. Nakulabi, one of the most powerful politicians. Then Mr. Sendiwa Francis is a guild president for Mutesa Royal University. He's one of our youth coordinators of institutions. Mr. Mulindwa Charles here is the chairman for our task force in Ruwaga South.
Chameleon, oye.
Mr. Sergo William Salongo, you are the only Salongo here. Mr. Sergo William Salong, never they say Chide here. We have two Salongos. So he's the chairman our task force in Ruwaga North. He has been a commander for very many years.
People power. Our power.
So our brother from Nakawa division, where are you, Sevagal? Okay. So that is the team, ladies and gentlemen. At this juncture, I want to tell you that this is our second press conference. We had one last time. The Lord Mayor, incoming, has very many issues pertaining our campaigns. I want, at this juncture, to tell you that we are doing very well. We have been making statistics, and as usual, the man we are going to replace has started crying, but for us we have solutions for people who cry. Yeah. At this time I want to welcome or invite the Lord Mayor to say his package, to unpack his package to you for today. You're welcome, Mr. Incoming Lord Mayor.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Today we are here to address our campaigns, the progress. We opened our office this week, but it was an overwhelming occasion. A lot of people have been coming here, showing a lot of interest to move with us, to redeem our city from the failed administration. The purpose of today is this week as we opened our office, we announced that we are going to have a task force, of which we announced, but we didn't break down into detail. So I would really want to use this opportunity to clearly announce the task force for Joseph Mayanja 2021. We chose the chairman and spokesman, Honorable Samuel Lubega, just seated right here with me. He's going to be the chairman and spokesman. The deputy chairman and head of finance, unfortunately, Tali Yoano, but we have Honorable Michael Mabike. Secretary and campaign director, he stood right next to me on my left, Honorable Henry Ruboa. For mobilization, we have the deputy secretary, Mr. Waigongoro Assad. Obaliwa probably is on his way. The Secretary, Information and Research, is Miss Monica Nanyonjo. Deputy in charge of Information, Mr. Bulira Frank. Deputy in charge of Research, Mr. Senyonjo Michael. Division Coordinator Kawempe, where I come from, George. Ronald Award. Our constituency coordinator Machindi West, Mr. Nachibinge Joe. Constituency coordinator Kawempe South is Mr. Sebuliba Ausi. The constituency coordinator Kawempe North, Mr. Serviri Charles. Constituency coordinator Nakawa East, Mr. Muwanga Edward. Constituency coordinator Nakawa West, Mayor Munji Florence Namata. Yep. Constituency coordinator Kampala Central, Mbazida Francis. Constituency coordinator Lubaga North, Mr. Sergo William. Who's just right here? Oh, yeah. Constituency coordinator Lubaga South, Mr. Mulindwa Charles. Media coordinator is Mr. Mugonza Andrew, just right before me here. Coordinator, faith-based issues, because as we try to build a task force, we have to consider every sector, and faith comes in as a priority as well. So the coordinator for faith-based issues is Mr. Mutengeza Fred. Assistant coordinator for faith and Catholic communities is Portable Mrs. Maxensi Anakanjako Chimboa. Coordinator special communities, Mr. Rotoro Eric. Deputy coordinator, okay. Deputy coordinator, Bugisu communities is Mr. Sam Mali. Coordinator business community, Sechizivu Isma. Coordinator business community, deputy coordinator, Namakade Salima. Coordinator informal groups, Nantali Ruth. Coordinator for the youth is Dennis Tumuhairwe. Deputy coordinator for the youth, Chiinji Dennis. Assistant youth coordinator for institutions, Haruna Nkubi. That's right here. Assistant youth coordinator institutions. For gender balance, we also have the female person. That is Mirembe Irene. Coordinator for women, Mrs. Stella Muchibi. Deputy coordinator for women, Mrs. Asabawewa Catherine. For artists, the family where I come from, the coordinator for artists is Mr. Kaspat Kasule. Assistant coordinator for artists is Haruna Sentamu, also known as Ice Banton. Assistant coordinator for upcoming artists is Kaimba Success.
Okay. We left out.
We left out?
Coordinator for public administration, Dr. Mirembe
Dr. Mirembe. Okay, coordinator for public institutions, health, education, and public transport is Dr. Mirembe Joe. Rapid response. Deputy coordinator in charge of education, Sekamate Patrick. Deputy coordinator in charge of health, Catherine Serunjoji. Coordinator special communities, Rator Eric. I think that is about it. Yeah, we also want to tell you that next week is going to be fully action-packed. Fully action-packed. After the overwhelming response from the people who believe that we started a very strong journey that we must Tino kutuka Jetulaga, we have a very packed week. Beginning with Monday, we are going to pick nomination forms from the Electoral Commission. After which we shall come back here to our offices. I've mobilized my fellow artists who are going to have a chit chat, and we also have ideas from them on the same day. Then Tuesday, we shall be meeting interest groups, political parties, corporate people, my friends from the ghetto, transporters, religious leaders, special communities, and trade groups. Then on Wednesday, we shall start a citywide nomination signature collection process in all the 28 electoral areas that make up our city. We shall do it for about 7 solid days. Lastly, but okay, not lastly, I want to console our people in the arcades that were fully affected on Wednesday by the floods. It was very, very, very terrible. I saw people who were saving a border who was almost drowning in the city. I want to tell you, my people, that floods are an after effect of many years of no work. because as you remember, those floods used to be at a certain side of the city. For example, the clock tower. But now they have gone uptown. We can remember that the late Lord Mayor Sevana constructed and renovated the Nachivo Channel so many years ago. And the incumbent Lord Mayor has not supplemented, no effort to either expand it or even build more channels. That is why you've seen people suffering in arcades. You've seen people having sleepless nights over the rain. Unimaginable. Imagine just one fall of rain, just one day. Floods were all over the city. So imagine if it would rain 4 days. That means the whole of Kampala will become a lake. So I say that I actually saw the outgoing Lord Mayor on TV ranting, telling the public shamelessly that people very well know what he has done. And people are watching. I want to challenge him. Let him put whatever he has done on the table. When I talk about solutions, another solution to floods is we have to green our city again. As we grew up, we used to see our parents plant obukomera and paspalam. A lot of us used to think that was decoration of anti-chikomera or something, but no, it was regulating the runoff of water. But unfortunately today, people are building buildings in the city. People are building concrete compounds. That does not regulate water because the water comes and flows immediately. We need to learn, we need to find a solution of how to regulate our water. The water flow needs to be regulated. We have big institutions like universities, hospitals. We need to have reservoirs. Reservoirs in the big institutions because what does the big institution have? It has a big water usage. So we need to have reservoirs in our city where water can be regulated on its flow. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all for today. And like I've told you, the program coming week is going to be extended. I still invite you to come and help me reach out to the people and be sure the people have progress. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Task force, jinaba introducing olunaku luli twagula office yaffe. Naye abasinga obungi tebajekenenya bulungi. So njagala mbawe details za task force yaffe. Ndowooza task force list nagibasomedde. Tunasobola okweyambisa eyo. Njabategeeza nti wiiki ejja egenda kubeera nsasagge. Nsasagge. Ensasagge yennyini ku lwa nsonga okutandikira ddala ku lunaku lwa Monday lwe lunaku lw'engenda ogenda ku Electoral Commission okukimayo nomination forms zange. Oluva okupinga nomination forms zange ngenda kwegatta ku kibinja ky'abayimbi bakwano bange abagenda okunkyalirako wano okujja okunjozaayoza obuwanguzi bwe twetegekedde. Olunaku olwokubiri tujja kwatusinkana groups ez'enjawulo omuli political parties, ba corporate, bakyali bange ab'omu ghetto, banaddiini n'aba trade groups, ba transporters n'abantu abalala b'enjawulo. Njagala nnyo okubagiza bakwano bange nalabye olunaku olwokusatu nga amataba ga Kampala gabayingiridde mu bizinesi zaabwe. Nalabye n'owa boda gwe baataasizza okubbira. Kale kyannaku nnyo lwa nsonga nti njaga nti amataba ago kigaleeta oba amataba ago kwe tuba tulabira nti no administration ya KCCA eriwo terina mulimu gwekoze. Lukwago tasobodde ku administeringa oba genda kulambula kulaba mirimu gikola ki bwe kitambula egyo gyagamba nti alina gyakoze. Okuva Sebaana lwe yakola omwala gwa Nakivubo emyaka mingi egiyise teguddaabirizibwanga ate nga abantu namungi yayongera kweyiwa mu kibuga n'enkosa y'amazzi abantu kasaba yongera obungi enkosa y'amazzi neekola ki erinnya. Ekitegeeza nti abantu beeyongera mu kibuga emyala girina okweyongera obungi oba n'ogiriwo gino okugaziwamuko amazzi gasobola okutambula nga tegatataganya abantu mirimu gyabwe. Namulabye Lord Mayor Lukwago ng'ali ku TV ekyanga nga yeekalakaasa nga yeekaza ng'agamba banna Kampala nga bw'alina byakoze era ebirabikako. Naye nze nja muzoganya mugambe nti bw'aba alina byakoze abiteeke ku mmeeza nga n'ensi yonna ekola ki? Era bave mu kwekyanga obwekyanzi. Ogamba otya mbu olina byokoze nga bannyinaze Baseruganda bali mu Mutaasa Kafeero Arcade bali mu kulwana na bucket kujja mazzi mu bizinesi yaabwe. Hatuwezi kubali mambo kama hii. Tetusobola bikiriza bintu bifaanana bwe bityo. Tetusobola kulwa nsonga neweekaliza ddala n'otula ku TV y'eggwanga n'ogamba nti olina byokoze. Eggulo limu nga abantu baali balwana amataba. Nabagamba nti mwegenze nnyo abakulembeze abakaaba obukaabi. Kubanga bw'akaaba nga nammwe bwe yali badde solutions mukaaba ekitegeeza nti eggwanga liba libbira. Kakati mu nkola yaffe nze nga incoming road mayor ndi mweteefuteefu okutandikira ku myalo egyo ogigaziya n'okwongera emyala mu kibuga kyaffe ku lwansonga amazzi ago gakomanga ku ssaawa ya Queen kati galinnye gambuse Kampala road olunajogera gasanga ku Kololo wabula ng'ate bagamba nti bakola. Nze mpakanya nnyo nti tebamanyi kibakoze. Engeri emu ku zo gye tusobola okukozesa nga tukendeeza amataba ago okuba nti gatataganya abantu. Ekisooka ngi bannyonnyodde yakugaziya myala na kwongera myala mu kiki mu kibuga. Ey'okubiri yakuddamu ku greeninga oba greening mu Luganda nkiyite ntya okuddamu tulina okuddamu okuzimba omuddo mu kibuga kyaffe. Bwe twakulanga twalabanga abazadde baffe basimba obukomera naye olwali abantu bazimba bikomera. Twalabanga basimba paspalam kati abantu bayiwa concrete na pavers. Ekyo kireeta amazzi okuba nti gaddukira ku speed etali regulated. Kakati tujja kukola n'abantu nga tubakubiriza okuddamu okusimba greening yo ku lwansonga enkuba bw'etonnya paspalam ono akendeeza amazzi flow yaago. Ekira tulina institutions ennene ezikosa amazzi mu bungi, tulina amalwaliro, tulina amasomero. Institution ennene zirina okuba ne reservoirs nti amazzi bwe gaba gakosebwa galina bwe galegama nga tiganayingira channels zigatambuza kukola ki kweyongerayo. Basewo ne bannyabo ebyo byange olunaku lwaleero mbebazizza nnyo mwebali ddala. Olunaku olwokusatu kale njagamba tugenda kubanga tutambula nga tutalaaga Kampala yonna mu 28 electoral areas nga tunoonya signatures ezigenda tusobozesa okuba nti tweyongere mu maaso nga twetegeka okuyingira ofiisi y'obwa road mayor. Tulina task force of constituency zetujja okubanga nazo tujja banjulira engeri gye bateekawo enkola ya kiremesa naye tetujja kulema bateekawo enkola gye bayise scientific. So tulina okuorganizinga amagye mangi nnyo ku buli level nga tugenda kuba tubanjulira gye bujja tujja banjulira constituency task forces zaffe. Mwebale nnyo mwebali eddala. Angaze mukama waye nti tubadde tetwogera kuzimba twogera ku mataba ate yes kakati ebyo nabina biri manifesto jengenda okwanviringa as soon as possible. Tugenda kwanviringa manifesto yaffe in detail lunaku lunja bayita naye ng'ekyakasasiro nabyo byonna ngenda bimenya mu manifesto gye naateekawo. Ekisinga obukulu kibuuzo kye ndabye kisinza obukulu olwayo kyekyoga nti naakolagana ntya ne government okulabika nti services tuka mu bantu. Kati njana nkubuuza kibuuzo nti mwagala kusigaza alemeddwa oba mwagala kugezaako omulala? Kubanga alemeddwa okukwatagana ne government kituufu naye ate ffe tufiirwa omuntu yabonaabona tetugenda kutambulira ku interest za muntu ng'ate eggwanga lisigala mabega. Kiri nti teri nsi yonna gyojja kutambulamu awali local government takolagana na central government ku lwansonga nti central government supporting a local government netusa services mu bantu. Onfuna bulungi walina okuteekebwawo olutindo between government ne local government okusobozesa abantu services obatuukako. Bw'aba alemereddwa aveewo ku lwansonga nti ogwo mulimu gwe ye okwasaganya government. Ffe twagala kumanya oba akwatagana government oba takwatagana naye, ffe twagala solutions. Mwebale nnyo mwebali ddala.